the abuser follow him. And when he takes her out, he's taking everybody else out in that house. And like I said before, in times past, the way these men are today, they don't have a problem going to jail. And they would do it again. If you was to ask them, why did you do that? Would you do it again? They say, yeah, because she deserved it. They don't see that they did any wrong. And so the types of abuse we have emotional and verbal abuse. That's when someone talks down to you, belittle you. Every time you try to do something, I say feeding you ice cream on a dirty plate. So they'll just say, can I use you, Veronica? Say, oh, Veronica, you look nice, but you shouldn't have wore that jacket. I mean, it's just fitting just a little too tight. Like they give you a compliment, but then they put something nasty on it. And that's how they break down your self-esteem. They start having you to question yourself. And then we have the financial abuse. And that's basically when a person, they either go to work and then they may give you a little bit of money. They want receipts. They won't give you money for the children, or they even limit what you can even spend to feed your children. Or the other case, you may go to work and then they may come home and take your paycheck and spend it the way they want to spend it. Then we have the stalking, which usually occurs after the person leaves the abusive man. He may show up at your job, he may show up at your home, at the store, anywhere you go, cyber stalking, anywhere you go, you may see that person's presence. Then we have, of course, the physical abuse, which can be spitting, pushing, shoving, anything. And then, we have the sexual abuse, where the person forces you to engage in things that you don't want to engage in. And then, of course, like I said before, we have the digital abuse, which sometimes these men take provocative pictures of you and they hold it hostage. So if you do leave them, they're posting stuff on Facebook and stuff like that. And who wants to see themselves, in an uncompromising situation? That's mental abuse. And then, of course, we have the spiritual abuse. We have those men that use the Bible. Oh, God told you to be obedient to me. You have to be submissive to me. And then we do have people that are in the church that do believe in, raising their hands against their mate. And in my opinion, that is so hidden. I have a poem where I say, why you hiding abusers under all that makeup? You know what I'm saying? You have people come to church, they got these dark glasses. Why you got dark glasses on the church? There ain't no sun in the church. And because they be hiding stuff. Or I know of a situation where the guy didn't hit the girl, but he would pinch her. He would constantly pinch her. So she had like little marks and stuff like that. All those things are form of abuse. So now we will hear Margaret Smith's testimony, and I'm going to start just by asking her a few questions, and then she's going to share what she chooses to share. And this is her personal story. So, when did you realize you were in an abusive relationship or living in a house of abuse?
I first came into abuse. He left me because of me feeding someone, an older man that lived next door, to us. And he began to accuse me of this man. And the man was like a grandfather. He was older than my parents. And so he slapped me and he punched me. And I punched back, but my punch didn't do no good.
Did you know what you were experiencing was abuse?
Not then. Not at that point back then.
At what point in your life did you realize you needed to leave the situation or the environment?
And the point that I realized that I needed to leave because it kept going on and on and on, it would stop. And every time I would leave and come back because, like the young lady said, I didn't have nowhere to go. Family didn't act so interested. They seemed to have gotten tired of me when I was home with me and my children. So therefore, I won't throw myself back. But then it began to get worse. He began to show me signs where, and I know the Lord was still with me to let me know that he was planning to kill me. So there, at that point, God had to leave me out. I moved from the bedroom with him. I slept with my daughter. My son slept in the room with us also. And he would come in the middle of the night and he would stand over me like he was going to do something. But I said to myself, I will get to him before he got me. But then the Lord began to speak to me and told me how to remove remove myself from the situation. So therefore, I would move a piece of clothing out of the drawer every day and take it to my sister-in-law's house. I was here in Washington at the time. Stayed here for like 5 months. And I would take a piece at a time out of the drawer, and then I would go back. So he didn't realize that, anything was missing. So in the final analysis, I picked up everything and I got the children I ran because I knew that he was planning, detriment towards me. And to know that I heard God's voice, and to know that when I went back to New York, the preacher from the pulpit said to me, if you had not had left that marriage, one of you would have killed the other. And I said, well, it was me, and I had it in my heart. And I had to repent to God for that because I was, I carried this with me, and I had to forgive him. But I went through a whole lot of punching and blackouts and all kinds of situations. Even when I was pregnant, and he would basically self-work to keep me from leaving that time because he was afraid that I was going to go to the cop, which I did. But they told me that it had to be some evidence. They had to, see some kind of something. I'm saying, oh, you want him to kill me first, and then you're going to do something. But therefore, I thank God that God made me out of that situation.
Yes, thank you. What advice would you have for anyone that lives in a house with abuse or is a victim of domestic violence?
I would say get out as fast as you can. Don't keep going back. It seems like you don't have no help, but it's somebody that will listen, somebody that will help you. So get out as fast as you can.
Yes. And I'll add to that. When you first, like people try to ignore signs. If you get in a relationship and that person is controlling, calling you 50 times a day, or wanting to know who you're talking to, or wanting you to be home at a certain time, don't get in that relationship. Like I heard an old person say, take your hand out the lion's den. You just like how she said she took clothing by clothing. What you do is don't call him this day, call him the next day. Let 2 days go by. That's how you win yourself out of a situation. And then the other thing, don't make excuses for him. It's not cute. Abuse is not cute. Him calling you 50 times a day, that's not cute. That is not a sign of love. That is a sign of crazy. Point blank and period. That's a sign of crazy. What has this experience ignited in you, and what talents or gifts do you possess that has helped you to become better and to enhance the life of others around you?
Well, I was invited, so I would see the signs in others. So therefore, I would, reach out to help them. I couldn't tell them to leave because our situation I see right now, I can't tell the person to leave. But, I encourage them, to seek God because they are saved. And it has to be a change. You got to make up in your mind. You can't wait for nobody to tell you what to do. You got to make up in your mind what to do. You see it's getting worse and worse and worse, and abuse comes in all forms, all kinds of things. He abused you by putting on you, he abused you by going out with babies and all kinds of situations. So you have to make up in your mind that, look, I can't wait for God to be out there. He gives you common sense. Yes, he gives you the sense to make choices. So therefore you have to make the choice. Am I going to stay in this or am I going to get out of that? So therefore you have to make a move.
Well, I encourage young people, and this is just me, you don't have to take on mine, but I encourage women to have their own. Have your own bank account. I know people that get married, they put their stuff in a joint, but have your own bank account. Have a separate key. Even though husbands and wives usually have the same key, have an extra key just in case you have an abusive mate that you have to hide that key and you have to get out of there. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you have copies of your personal documents. If he had just say you have your birth certificate and social security card, and this is especially people that are documented people. They say Spanish people that are not of American descent. Have a copy of that stuff because sometimes they use that stuff hostage and try to say, well, we're gonna have you deported and stuff like that. But have your papers so that if you have to leave, give it to a neighbor, give it to somebody that you trust. And the other thing, in conjunction with my aunt, you know, I know we live in a society that secrets, nobody can keep secrets nowadays. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully you can find somebody that you can